everyone.
Hi.
I'd like to thank you all for coming today. And we're just going to get started by me explaining a little bit about how our group process is going to go, tell you a little bit about my style, and then we'll get to know each other a little bit. One thing that you will notice is that I like for everyone to have a chance to share, to talk about how the topic relates to them and what their thoughts are and maybe how they can support the other members of the group. So if you notice that maybe I might cut you off if you're getting a little bit long-winded, that's nothing personal. It's just out of respect for the other group members so that everyone can have a chance to share. You'll also notice that I might be looking around to the other group members as we're talking, and that's not because I'm not hearing what you're saying or I'm not caring. It's that I want to see what other group members might be demonstrating in response to what you're saying so that we can incorporate it and everyone can get a chance to share. Another thing about this group is that sometimes the things that we talk about might be sensitive, and I just want everyone to understand that we need to maintain some confidentiality, so the things that we talk about in group need to kind of stay in the group. Does everyone understand and agree to that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, again, I'd like to welcome you and let you know that our first topic for our student support group is going to be stress. You all should have received a schedule, and you can see the other topics that we're going to be covering, but our topic for today is stress. So I'd like to take a couple of minutes, let you introduce yourselves. Please just give your name, what year you are in school, and maybe something that you'd like to gain from coming to this student group. So anyone can start.
My name is Donald, and I am a sophomore.
And one thing that you can gain, that you're hoping to gain from coming to these groups would be?
To have a better outlook on life.
Okay.
Increase my stress levels during the school homework and
Okay.
I'm Anthony, I'm a freshman, and I'd like to learn a little bit more about myself.
Okay.
My name is Jolene, I'm a junior, and it'd be nice to have support for relieving stress when you get stressed, or to prevent it.
Okay.
My name is Angela and I'm a sophomore, and I guess I'd just like to learn how to better handle stress and the different new environments that I'm in. So.
Similar to what Jolene was saying a little bit.
My name is Stephanie, I'm a sophomore, and I would just like to learn different ways to deal with stress.
Alrighty. Alright, well, I think that in this group we'll be able to talk about some of those things, learn a little bit about ourselves, like you two were mentioning, and how we can handle stress, and also how we can support each other. That being said, I have a little activity that will help us get started. I guess you can just take one and pass it down. And this is called Finish the Sentence. There are 3 questions on here that will just help us think a little bit and get us started with our topic for the day. Our first question is 3 things that reduce stress for me are.
I know my 3.
You know your 3? Let's have Jolene start then.
My 3 are definitely shopping, cleaning, and cooking.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how come those things kind of reduce stress? What's the reasoning you think why?
Probably because it's taking my mind off of what I'm being stressed about. When I'm cleaning, I'm in cleaning mode. When I'm cooking, I'm thinking about cooking, and it makes me feel better. And shopping, I'm just going out. So it takes me out of the environment where the stress was.
For sure. I noticed a couple of heads nodding over here. Can you guys relate with some of her stress relieving things, or you can't? Not at all?
I can in other ways.
Okay.
My ways would be sports and exercise. Gets the endorphins going
For sure.
and takes your mind off of it. Being outside with vitamin K. Other things, reading, because I guess not focusing on, I guess that's similar, not focusing on the problem, but and animals. I don't have an animal, but when I do have animals, just petting an animal just
It seems
lower.
soothing.
Yeah, it's very soothing. So
That's an interesting one. I noticed, Angela, that you were nodding your head and smiling a little bit. I saw you smiling when Jolene was explaining why things like shopping and cooking were helpful to her. Do you have some thoughts on shopping and cooking, or can you relate with her in some way?
In some ways, actually more so probably with the cleaning. And then just, I've grown up actually, my mom cleans houses, so I've grown up just cleaning too with her, and so just, and even going home and cleaning my parents' house with my mom, and that's always helped too after a stressful day, or even for me riding, or even walking, or doing some sports stuff, so,
Mhm.
and biking and stuff, so.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else have anything they'd like to share with the group? 3 ways that reduce stress for me are.
I agreed with the sports and physical activity, but also spending time with close friends, because
Mhm.
then I don't have to worry about other things and I can just be real.
You don't have to put up a front or act like everything's okay. If you're down, you can act down, and they'll be there to support you. Does anyone else feel like that about friends? I think that's something that would be good.
Oh yeah.
So I was
What
just
if-
thinking about friends.
3 things that reduce stress for me are sports, music, and probably cleaning.
So you have one of the same ones as Anthony, sports, and then cleaning,
Yeah.
the ladies. See, I'm not a big cleaner myself. I mean, I like things to be clean, but usually I would go and do something else. Maybe more like playing sports or being outside or something would help reduce stress for me. What about the next question? What do you guys think about that one? I feel most stressed when.
When I have an exam.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 3 exams. in
Yeah.
a week.
3 exams in 1
Yeah.
week. Part of being
Multiple
a student.
exams. Yeah. Being a student is stressful.
Yep. One of the reasons why we've been asked to do these groups is because our school recognizes that students' lives are stressful. That's why our first topic is stress, of course. But also that we need an environment, a small group environment, where sometimes we can share these things. One of our other topics is going to be recreation. Another topic we're going to go over is health. Just different things that students might struggle with, and that they can gain support from other people on too. So it's good to know that you guys are already sharing some similar things about stress. Anyone else willing to share what they feel the most stressed?
It's similar with tests, but time crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got so much going on, just feel overwhelmed. And then you got the time's getting closer and closer and closer. So
When multiple things are being required of me that I don't feel like I can fulfill all of them,
Tell me a little bit more about that.
particularly classes, they don't really correlate. And so they say, okay, this day is a good thing to have things due, and all the classes have it on the same day. And so trying to get everything done for that one day, or being involved with some other project
Mm-hmm.
that requires multiple steps that you just don't see the time to have to take.
For sure. Can anyone else relate with what Anthony's saying?
oh yeah.
It definitely thins you out. It spreads you quite thin, trying to balance all of the work due dates and everything like that. And then also trying to have, like for me, have a husband and spend time with your husband, and then have time to spend with friends and get outside to do exercise and all
Mhm.
those other things.
For sure.